This is a true story of a young woman who went through the most gruesome fire. When you read her story, you'll realize that your trials are absolute nothing compared to what this young gun went through. It was September 25, 2000. Marisol Apatin was 11 years old in Zamboanga. On that day, this little girl went with her uncle to draw water. Along the way, four men met them. They were carrying long knives. They told her uncle to face down on the ground and they hacked him on the neck and killed him. Marisol was in total shock, especially that the men were their neighbors. She tried to escape, but the man ran after her. She cried and said, "Don't kill me, have mercy on me." But they weren't listening. With a long knife, a man slashed her on the neck too. Marisol fell to the ground and lost consciousness. When she woke up, she saw a lot of blood. She also saw the feet of the man around her, but she pretended to be dead. When they walked away, Marisol ran back home, but along the way, she saw that both her hands were falling off because the man hacked them too. She cried, but she kept running. Sometimes she would faint and fall to the ground, but she had regained consciousness and run again. When she was near her home, Marisol called her mother. Upon seeing her daughter, her mother screamed in terror. She wrapped her bloodied child in a blanket and carried her to the hospital. Here was the problem. From her house to the highway, it was 12-kilometer walk. It took them 4 hours just to reach the highway. When they arrived in the hospital, the doctors thought Marisol was going to die. But for 5 hours they operated on her. It took 25 stitches to stitch together the long knife wound in her neck and back. Marisol barely survived and she lost both of her hands. Ironically, the next day was Marisol's birthday. She was 12 years old. But tragedy didn't end there. When they went home, they saw their home was gone. It was ransacked and burned down by the goons. Being very poor, Marisol's family also didn't have $50,000 for their hospital bills. But God sent many angels along the way to help them. Archbishop Antonio Ledesma, a distant relative, paid for hospital bills and helped them bring the criminals to court. They were sentenced to prison. Today, she is staying with the nuns at Regina Rosary with Sir Appy Brazil. But this is the incredible miracle. Instead of staying down, Marisol kept running. Instead of cursing God while she had no hand, she now uses her wrist in incredible ways that will boggle your mind. Marisol was cited as the most industrious, best in computers, and the most courteous in the school for crippled children. In 2008, she graduated from a course in hotel and restaurant management. She even received a gold medal for arts and crafts. In 2011, she finished her education to be a chef. Yes, a chef without hands. What you learn from her story that nothing can stop this young lady from reaching her dream.